Hi, Steve Sander here at my house at Song of the Morning in beautiful northern Michigan on a slightly cool night. And we're getting towards the end of August, which means usually the gigs start winding down about this time. So if any of you were watching, maybe one or two of you were watching at the beginning of the summer when I mentioned that I had lost 95% of my gigs before the summer started, and that's a whole nother story. But here's what happened this summer. I did recoup some gigs, and some gigs that I would not ordinarily have been able to play because I would have been playing my steady gigs. So I did have some interesting gigs. I played in Grayling, Michigan, AuSable Artisan Village, and that was sponsored by my friend Al Bondar. Thank you, Al. And I did a nice little concert with a great group of music fans in Grayling. So that was fantastic. I played a concert in Briley Township Park in Atlanta, Michigan, which is just a few miles from my house if you take the back roads through the Pigeon River Forest. And that was with my friend Walt. Now I made a friend over in Atlanta, a couple of friends. And I never would have done that gig if I had been playing my steady gigs, because I wouldn't have been able to get away from the steady gigs in the peak season. I also played with a couple of guys who came up here from New Orleans. That's Wes Anderson, who had played with Wynton Marsalis and the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra and some other very cool gigs in his lifetime, and he is a world-class player, and his friend vocalist Ed Perkins, both from New Orleans. And I did a couple of gigs with them, one at a nice venue in Sheboygan, a little tiny restaurant called the Naughty Inn. And we also played in Harbor Springs at a cool venue over there for a great group of jazz fans. So whereas I only averaged maybe 2-3 gigs a week instead of 6 or 7 that I usually do, I ended up having a pretty good time overall, and I didn't mind having the time off for some reason. I kind of enjoyed my summer a little bit, and I got to see family. So if I had to balance it all out at the end of the summer, although it's not the end yet, I'd have to say I'm glad it happened this way. So the next couple of weeks I have a few gigs with my friend Chris Bickley. I'll be playing with him tomorrow night, and that's a new venue. That's over near Torch Lake, which is quite a drive from here. Then Sunday night I'll be playing with another old friend, Randy Marsh. That'll be down in Grand Rapids. So it's been varied and interesting summer as far as playing the gigs. Then I'll be involved in a little musical here at the Yoga Retreat with a reunion of some of my old friends, and we're going to be redoing a play that we did 30-some years ago called Tales from the Jungle, which is based on the stories of Yogananda. So that will be interesting. So, you know, I just don't mind. I know I'm going to be busy when I get back to Arizona. I assume I'll be keeping up with my video blogs then, because there will be for sure some interesting things happening when I get back. So, and again, thanks everybody for watching this. I hope sometimes it's interesting, and it is a daily video blog. This is what's happening in my life, so this is what I'm showing you. I have very little to hide anymore, but thank you.